We are back for another episode of the Free Premium Ladies Podcast Show. You know, I'm getting sick of doing it.
That's quality. We need real audience. That's what we need.
Gosh. Okay, New Year Nick. What's up first?
The news, I've decided not to watch the news anymore or read online papers or anything. But obviously, we know recently Mr. Boris Johnson did an announcement about the lockdown going forward. And this man, I've stopped to call him, like before I was calling him a buffoon, but now I've stopped. He's a new father, he's got his fiance, he was sick, he's recovered. We thank the Lord, yeah? His announcement now.
So did you just say new father?
He's a new father.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Does that imply with someone who's already had kids? Can
no,
you
I think
a new father when they...
Oh, just leave me alone.
The logistics of that. Okay, all right.
This is his first child, isn't it? It's not like, oh, he's just had
It's not his first child.
Huh?
No, he ain't his first child.
Ain't his first child?
You see, you don't even know your prime minister.
I don't care about
You don't even
him.
know your prime minister.
Is it not his
Right.
first?
The buffoon. Yeah, go on.
Is it not his first?
Nope.
Sorry, listeners. You see, I'm clearly shocked. Anyway, I don't care. Let's keep going on. So, the Prime Minister announced his new plan going forward for the UK. Right. So, we can exercise unlimited amounts now, everybody. If you didn't know before and you were doing 10 minutes a day, now you can do unlimited exercise in any park, anywhere. You're not going to get fined. Right?
Anyone exercising anyway?
Listen, why should you come back to me like it's me who's announced like I'm Prime Minister? This is what this is what Boris is saying. Exactly, yeah. So he said everyone to do unlimited. Everyone was doing anything they wanted to do, but this is his whole new big news. People, Mr. Boris is saying that we must follow. He's saying we can sunbathe. Well, not us three, but we can sunbathe.
Yeah, well, yeah. That don't apply to us.
Listeners, it won't take me half an hour.
So you know what we gotta do? We gotta find our own thing to do. While they got the sunbathing one, we'll find our own one to do.
Barbecues, isn't it? But they didn't announce that.
Yes.
So he was like, we can sunbathe, but you know, so keep your 2 meters distance from other people, or you might get fined. And the fine amount has gone up as well, slightly. Yeah. He said that we're gonna have schools open from the 1st of June. But as primary schools, that's year 6, so the kids are gonna go secondary school in September. It's nursery and reception.
Right.
Yeah, let me just finish.
Now, how are you gonna control them to keep the 2 meters?
Thank you, Snoop. Like, 2 meters apart. Go. Really? They're gonna run into a wall, let alone 2 meters apart, right?
And are the teachers gonna be wearing all shields and whatever with the kids? Are they gonna get scared?
No, there's no PPE for schools. There's no equipment for schools. There's barely any for the NHS, exactly. And then what else did he announce? He announced that he didn't announce it on the weekend or whatever on his announcement, but apparently furlough's also been extended to October.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yep. And he said also.
But I heard that they don't really have enough money to cover everybody, so they're probably going to reduce it to 60% as opposed to 80%.
Or 40%.
So they're going to start, and they're going to start weaning it down, basically. Yeah, because otherwise, boys, get ready for your taxes to go up. Y'all think you're getting free money? Y'all paying back soon.
Not my tax.
Yeah. And then he also said that about this, like pubs and things like that opening after we see, and certain shops after we see how we get on after June the 1st.
It better be hair shop. It better be hair shop, hair salons, everything that benefits me, because that pub business don't benefit me. Again, Mr. Johnson, think about us.
Something else just now, wouldn't you?
yeah, it was.
Let me tell you something. If Boris saw you, he would definitely speed that up.
Bitch, you looking in the mirror?
You know what? I'm not even gonna comment, because like if people have asked to see me and I'm like, listen, I look like a black Wolverine who's homeless and been run over twice. So until my good old hair shop, eyebrow shop, all of those beauticians open up again.
Okay.
Well,
shouldn't they be labeled as key worker? I mean, like building people's mental health and confidence. I think that's important. All my beauticians out there, we all can't. Look at us. We got some
Yourself,
like you.
My hair is wrapped. Yeah, you will not know what's going on underneath here. Okay.
Key workers.
Some of us are bushy in some areas,
Listen, I'm about to say something, but I'm just going to keep it, PC. There might be young listeners on there. So yeah, so that's his announcements. What do you guys think? Like, schools opening the 1st of June, nursery, year 6. Like, what nonsense is this?
I understand it and I don't understand it. Do you know what I mean? I think there's a risk still out there. I don't know how it's going to work. Do you know what I mean? My thing is that I don't even think the teachers know how that's going to work properly, especially with the young ones. I can understand year 6. I can understand because you can get something with them. But what do you do in terms of playtime? Do you like section the kids into groups of 20s or do you know what I mean? 20 in the playground, so there's not too many. What happens when the child gets hurt? Do you just leave them? No social contacts there? Do you know what I mean? Okay, pick up yourself, Sammy. You'll be all right. Scrap it off, and let's go. Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand how that will work for little ones. Do you get what I'm saying, sort of thing? So, well, if anyone knows, please let me know, teachers out there. I just don't see that part working so well, really, and it's kind of concerning. It's kind of concerning because, and then there's the whole pick up and drop off. Do you know what I mean as well? Yeah. How do you do that? You guys see how chaotic it is, like when you're going to pick up kids. Everyone's parked. Everywhere. Everyone's walking down the same narrow pavements, and most schools are usually, it's not like my neighborhood. It's not just one school isolated. It's like 2-3 schools in the same kind of area. Do you understand what I mean? So how do you do that again? And kids, when you pick them up, they like to run off, especially where they've been locked up like in their cages for the last 6-7 weeks. They'll be running across the pavement. It would be crazy. So I just don't know how it's going to work at first. I think it will get better, but in the first initial opening of it all, I think it's going to be a bit rough. Yeah, and that's why I ain't taking none of mine to school till he gets it right.
Fair enough. Snoop?
My thing is, I just think, just like Snoop said, I think it would probably be better with the older kids. I think secondary schools should go back first because obviously you can speak to them and they understand more the severity of the situation rather than small children. They don't understand. They don't understand really what's going on. 2 meters, how many of them can even count up to 10, let alone knowing how much of a distance to stay away from somebody? So I think, at the end of the day, no matter what Boris said, it wasn't, someone wasn't going to be happy, with it. But I just think it's a bit too much too soon. And he hasn't really been really clear. There's still stay at home. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
It's stay alert. It's not even stay at home. It's stay alert. So as long as you're alert of the disease coming towards you and you duck it, you'll be fine.
So basically, be black.
I think what he's basically saying, is yeah.
Because
be suspicious of everything. Yeah, we were trained well. But I mean, basically, what it's saying, because a lot of people are saying they got a lot of confusion with this thing: stay at home, don't stay at home, go to work, don't go to work, kind of thing like that. And I'm just like, I guess the message that he's sending is that if everything can be done within the 2 meters distance, you know what I mean, safely done, then you can resume back to some sort of normality. Do you understand what I mean? I think that's what he was trying to say. But again, most people are like, okay, you're telling me to go to work, but I need public transport to go to work. How's that going to work? And I guess what he's saying is common sense will say, well, if it don't work for you, stay your ass at home. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. So I guess that's where it is. If you can drive to work, I guess that's a privilege for you. But if you can't and it's too risky, then stay home, sort of thing like that. But most people, like you said, is most people want to complain either way anyway, because a lot of people I think mostly self-employed people are struggling a lot, so self-employed businesses and stuff like that are really, really struggling with this, staying locked down. A lot of people are going to lose their job, a lot of people are going to lose their businesses. So it's a way of him trying to get the economy back a little bit. You can't stay locked down forever. So yeah. And I don't think one man or a group of men are going to have all the answers. So
that's
go
true.
ahead, sorry.
Just lastly on this then, my workplace have started talking, apparently saying that we'll be working from home till October.
Yeah.
That's their plan.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. So, but yeah.
Because I think originally October was the point where they think it would really, really start to reduce. The death toll will start to reduce and stuff like that. I think that's when they really thought, we'll be coming through the proper halfway mark of it all.
Right.
So yeah, that sounds good. Anyway, moving on. We're also alive.
Yeah.
For now.
Amen. Okay. Just segueing onto the dating world. So obviously, like I discussed last week, dating is crazy, at the moment with, lockdown and stuff like that. People are doing online dinner dates, really dressing up and, like talking to each other over video chat and, pretending it's like a proper date, ordering food. I think I told you that I saw one clip of this couple, like one of them bought strawberries and held it up, strawberries and held one of the strawberries up to the camera, and the other one pretended to like have their mouth open. And I just thought this is so pathetic. Like,
right?
But the Siri come on and go, thank you very much. That was delicious.
Why don't you take strawberries to their house? Or you know what I mean? Take strawberries to the person's house.
But,
so do you want a perfectly stranger that you're just dating for the first time to know your house number?
I don't want him to be opening strawberries to the screen and pretending I can eat it. Weirdo.
Well, if he's doing that, I definitely don't want him knowing my address.
Sorry, go on.
So it's all right. So lockdown has obviously really changed the face of dating at the moment. So I'm back to dating, and I've had a couple of people that I've been talking to who I've not really been interested in, unfortunately. And you would think that as they have all the time in the world, they would be a little bit more creative and a little bit more engaging. But I just found that they were saying the same old things over and over again. It was becoming a very dry conversation. And I'm somebody who, I like to bounce off people. I like to have banter. And, it can easily be said that, okay, why didn't I bring anything? And I was trying to. But when you're talking to like a human brick wall, it's hard to get some engagement there. So, I basically was nice. And trust me, this is very strange for online dating, because most people just ghost people that they don't, they're not interested in. But I'm not like that. If I've been talking to you for a significant amount of time, then I would like to just draw a line under it and not just go disappear. If I've not been talking to you for long, I can just disappear. That's fine. But if I've been speaking to you for a couple of weeks, whatever. So, I gently let the guys down. I said, look, guys, I've reconnected with an ex, and, I can't really continue this. And they took it quite well. One of them went as far as to unmatching with me, said, I respect you, thank you, all the best, unmatched with me. And I thought, okay, I've rid myself of them. Great. No, it wasn't, because one of them actually went on another site and then swiped right from me. And I thought,
Lord
sorry,
Jesus.
Did you not get the memo? Do you know what I mean? Did you not get the memo? Then went as far, because I've been speaking to this guy for 3 months and we'd actually moved to WhatsApp. Then went as far to start forwarding me different things. And I thought, what part of I don't, don't you get? And I've not blocked them because I didn't think I'd need to do that, but I just didn't respond. And I thought, okay, if I get any more traffic in the direction of this guy, then I'm going to just block, because I try to be nice. Do you know what I mean? I thought, you don't know me. I can be really, really bitchy. So I'm trying to be nice, bye-bye, go away. So, yeah, so after that, I've been speaking to a couple of others who, you know, I just say, girls, it's red flags. If you start speaking to someone on day one and they're like, oh, let's move to WhatsApp, that's a red flag. That is a red flag. And I got one from a guy. Let's move to WhatsApp. I said, okay, fine. We moved to WhatsApp, guy. He was like, oh yeah, hey, yummy. Guys, you know, like I was a bit like, are you Justin Bieber or something? Like, what's yummy? You know, like, and he was like, don't you like it? I said, no, it's okay, but it was a bit. I don't mind someone being flirty, but you know, we've only just started talking for the first couple of hours. What's all this yummy business? Anyway, I just said, okay, fine. That's how you like to talk. Maybe you think I'm a snack, I'm a meal, or whatever it is they these young ones say these days. I said, okay. So then, guys, I think the next day I must have messaged him, hey, how you doing? And he said, what are you doing this evening? I thought, I know where this is going. Maybe he wants to do the online day and maybe the strawberry thing. Okay, I'm down. Let's try it. So he was like, what are you doing this evening? I said, no, nothing. He was like, you want to meet up? Guys, and I was like,
God,
meet up where?
Oh my God.
And he was like,
exactly.
anywhere you want. Do you drive?
What?
Like, let's meet up. Guys,
Sorry.
I just, you know that emoji where you put the cross, the two crossed hands?
Yeah.
I just sent that. I said, excuse me, I don't know you. Corona. And I said, clearly, I said, you're not watching the news. I'm not meeting up or hooking up like that with any new person. Okay, until I know this thing is safe. If you don't like the way I move, then don't worry about it. Speak to you later. Guys, I didn't hear from him. I haven't heard from him since. So you weren't interested in having a relationship.
He definitely knew what he was going for.
Thank you. And I don't mind that if you say that on your profile, because some of them are that brazen to say it on their profile, but at least you know what you're getting. Not, I want to be in a relationship. I want to do this. I want to do that. No, you don't, honey. You want Corona. That's what you want, and you ain't getting it from me. I'm moving on.
I'm not trying to be rude, but
guys, Lord, let me just speaking on that. Literally the other day, I went outside to go to the shop, and my lift opened. There was a whole family. There was about 20 of them, and I was like, oh, all I heard was Corona. Oh, I just jumped back. Like, why are there so many people out here? Anyway, sorry. Moving on. We now move on to TV shows. So the first clip, well, I just watched on Sunday the part 1 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, and it was hot. Any of you girls watch?
Already? It always starts like in a boom.
And he looks so good as well. I love everyone in their white. Like, yeah, it was good.
I really thought a virtual reunion was going to be rubbish. I was like, nah, I'm not here for it. But it actually was quite good. I did enjoy it, and I think the best part of it was Andy had a mute button.
Yeah.
So you're thinking too much? Mute. And I wish I had that in life.
I think every black man wish he had that in life.
Okay, that's being offensive right now. Okay.
It was so good. So, Nuya, Nick, you saw it. What was one or two of your best bits?
Oh my God. I can't even remember. It was so good. Andy, when he muted Eva and Nene, because we're having like a go in the back match, and he's like, girls, all right, settle down. All right, ladies, that's enough. And he just went mute, and then Mouse was just running, and they couldn't hear anything. I was just busting up because they were still cussing each other, but no one could hear them.
Yeah.
So that was when I'm that was good. I might watch it again, actually.
Well, my favorite bit, I had two. Portia was lit as F. Like, she clearly was drunk because she was doing the most. She was very funny though, but she was, at times I felt like, okay, settle down now. Now she must have said, you know, because they were all there with their beautiful white and all their tatas, majority of them with their tatas out. And I love Eva. She's a very gorgeous woman, and she's probably one of, you know, not the only one, but one of the only ones with real breasts that were on display, but it was a bit too much. And Portia said, are your titties social distancing? And I'm sorry, I laughed so much because they looked like they were social distancing. It was really bad.
It was
then I think the other one that was quite funny was, Kenya, as usual, the shade assassin, the read assassin, said to Nene, she said, what am I, you know, she goes, you look like a white woman in drag. She goes, what am I watching, Real Housewives of Atlanta, or am I watching an episode from White Chicks? Guys, and it was because you could blatantly see, you know, like how like her makeup. You got a professional. clearly your lighting or something was wrong. And I don't know if she's been doing bleaching, but she's so much lighter than what she was when the show first started. But so it was, guys, it was a very, very good episode, and Portia really came for Eva. I felt really sorry for Eva. Eva was getting it left,
no, I didn't.
right.
Iffy, I remember one more bit that Portia said to Eva. I can't remember. You might have to correct me when she said, "Oh, you look like a thumb with hair on it or lips on it."
Oh Lord.
To Eva, I know. I was just like, "You look like a thumb with lips," and I was like, "Portia."
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did say that. Yeah, I was like, oh.
Like, Portia went in on this episode, but Kenya's one about the white chicks, I was just like, no, that's cold, because if I'm going to call you white chicks, man, woman now. Oh my God.
When people have been calling her Nihi for a long time, they have actually been saying Nihi for a little bit. So.
Oh shit.
Nihi, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was really, really good. Next week we're gonna see the Portia's receipt. Now I've watched. Now Candy's got on YouTube show called Speak on It, and she had Cynthia on there yesterday, and we got a little bit more of an exclusive, which I was really happy about. And she was basically saying it's not a real receipt. Kenya did message Portia, but it was really about Eva. Like in the beginning of that season, Eva said something about not bringing her child to Kenya's party. So basically it's around that. It's about, I think she kind of said she was upset that Cynthia didn't have her back, but she wasn't actually going in on Cynthia. Cynthia was like, it wasn't really about me, it was more about Eva. But her and Eva have made up since then, so it's not really a receipt, and she was like, and to be honest, anything that Kenya has said, which she said a lot of things on the show that we fell out about, she's apologized. She goes, well, there's other people on there who drag me, who this, who that, and don't want to take accountability, and and those are the people that, who I've had a genuine problem with. But anything, Kenya's done, and she said, I've not been happy with a lot of things she's done, but she's always apologized. She owns it, and she will apologize for her part, and we move on from there. She also said Tanya is not as innocent as people think she is. And I thought, but the whole cookie lady, she goes, she knew a lot more than what she actually said that she knew on the show about in regards to the cookie lady. She was like, but she's coming across like, she didn't know this, she didn't know that. But she did. She was sitting there saying that basically in the next episode of the reunion, you're going to see that Tanya kind of goes in on Eva and Cynthia, like, because actually kind of like going on like they didn't have her back during that whole cookie lady, confrontation. Whereas apparently they did. Apparently Cynthia's like, no, we did. I actually fell out with Kenya about it because, we were there defending Tanya, but they didn't show that. But Tanya, in the reunion, doesn't actually speak up for them and say, yeah, they took up for me. She just plays victim, which that wasn't the case. And I was like, oh, be very interesting and good to see what happens in the next reunion. I was like, okay. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Sorry, I know this is probably gone on a lot longer than it needs to.
To do it though, isn't it? They're the first out of that Housewives series.
To
do an online reunion.
Yeah.
And like they put in so many viewers. Yeah, it was really good. But yeah.
Really liked it. And lastly, just on that, they're saying, a lot of people have been saying for years that Nene writes her own reads, or she gets a ghostwriter. Like, she doesn't write them, someone else writes, her reads. And when she at one point closed her laptop and went, and she goes, I had to pee and I had to, go get a tampon. And I was thinking, no, that's not no, boo-boo. That shop, that egg shop of yours closed up a long time ago. Okay. So people said they saw notes, like when she closed it, and you see like pieces of paper. So people are sitting there saying maybe she's got a ghostwriter, she's got, she writes her own read. Guys, these fans are crazy.
But it's I did see that as well, she said also another thing that it's because she's really old, so she needs to practice her lines. Guys, just watch it.
I don't know if she was just joking or playing around with that. So she doesn't like being called an elder. She doesn't like being called elderly.
Well, she says respect your elders,
she doesn't
though.
like all that.
But she said to even
Yeah,
respect your elders. Oh my gosh.
That's true. But you know, historically on the show, she's like, oh, she hates being referred to, you know, as one of the old ones. She doesn't like it.
Accept it, babe.
Right,
You are
but
what you
that's
are, man.
me.
So accepting shit.
That is true. That's true. That's it. And other TV
Sounds
shows.
good so far.
Yeah, it has been. I can't wait to watch the next one.
So we got Bra. You told me about Bra, didn't you? Bra?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce
Tyler
it?
Perry.
Bruh.
Brah.
Can't imagine it. Bruh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like the male version of Sisters. That's, you know, the impression that I get. Number one from the name, you know, because it just comes straight after the season, you know, finale of Sisters. So I'm like, oh, okay. What do you think of it, Nick?
So it's similar to Sisters in terms of it's four friends. It's half the time of Sisters, so it's like 20 minutes as opposed to 40 minutes. So far it's typical Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has a different kind of sense of humor that I always find with his stuff like Medea's live plays that I used to watch back in the day, and some of his older films. Like not until I watched Why Did I Get Married and possibly Sisters, I've really enjoyed his writing again, because his other shows like The Oval I didn't really like. I think it's just overacting. Brass kind of started off a bit like that. So I'm going to give it a bit of time, because there's a couple characters in there who are acting really well. And at the last minute or the last 2 minutes of the episode was a bit more like...
Again, is it a bunch of people we don't know? Sorry to interrupt you. Are the actors people we don't know at all?
Yeah,
I think one of the actors is actually in Sisters. Yeah.
But they're all unknown actors as far as I know. The mum of one of the
was he the cowboy that went missing?
No, not that
one.
No. Sorry.
No, he's one of the characters. Like he was another one that was interested in Andy.
Yeah,
but it's like in the beginning, and then he showed up again like in the last couple of episodes.
Right. But all four are unknown, I think, to UK fans. I think US will probably know them in other little things, but the four main guys are unknown. The mum of one of them, she's known, but I can't really remember her name. You might have seen her in an odd thing as a backup auntie type of thing.
Right.
No one else really just yet is known. It's all quite young, new actors, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So far, I'm gonna give it to about episode 4, only because it's just really short episodes. They're like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna give it a bit more time to kind of pick up. But at the moment, it's okay. Like I can easily not watch it.
I definitely don't want something to be in the same line as Sisters, where it's like 4 guys dating and they got dramas and whatever crap. You know, it's like it'll be like seeing the perspective of, you know, the men that the girls are dating in Sisters. No, I don't need to see that. I hope it's something different and fresh.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've got plenty of time to watch more TV shows to keep things interesting and fresh. And we'll get back to you and the rest of the listeners on that front. So, any more New Year? Or are we okay to wrap it up?
You're excited about your new Brandy?
Oh yes, I love
Brandy.
She's got a new song out called Baby Mama. She's got her new album that's coming out called B7, which should be out in July 31st.
It'll be nice to hear something.
And she's been doing amazing.
Yeah.
She's been doing amazing lately. Like, you know, with this whole lockdown, like she's been doing interviews, she's been doing live performances online. And I'm like, it's almost like she prepared, you know, properly for like, you know, the promo, you know, this way. And it's been really, really nice. It's been really refreshing. She's actually really doing music that I'm really enjoying at the moment. So I can't wait for the album. That's the only thing that I'm looking forward to this year. Okay, so on that note, it's been a good episode. We're going to wrap up. Guys, you know, check us out on IG, YouTube, Facebook, Podbean, everywhere. Email us on freepms.ladies@gmail.com. I'm your girl, Queen P.
I'm Snoop.
I'm Nick.
Bye.